All right, boys and girls, market's already opened. I'm a little late to the charts this morning, but we're not going to let that affect anything we're doing here. So, allow me a moment to get some things cleaned up. We're just going to take our time. It's not like we're doing anything at opening range anyway. So, yeah, we're just doing some major house cleaning right here. Excuse me. Okay, we have some sideways price action here. Um, I can tell already this is definitely a downtrend we're dealing with. So we'll verify on the 1 minute, or I'm sorry, the 1 hour. But just looking over here at S&P, looks like we got ourselves, yeah, we have a clear downtrend coming up, partial, tried to come up, equal highs, tanked out. This is going to be a real good area of liquidity, though, coming back up to those highs. So we'll have to be cognizant of how that is set up and marked out. Let's see what we got here, what our market manipulation is going to look like. Looks really slow today. Oh, yeah, that's right. We've got some red folder news today, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look at that real quick. Oh, okay. We had all our CPI news. That already came out. So, CPI. Okay, we're a little bit month on month. We're right on target year after year. We're right on target month after month with that. And year after year, we're right on target. So, pretty much no real surprising stuff going on there. All right. Well, with that in mind, we're just going to have ourselves a relatively normal day today. Yeah, we can see that nothing really happened here. Not a whole lot. No, I mean, some positive news, but we're in an overall downtrend, so. All right, we got that cleaned up. And now let's get this marked out. Oh, well, actually, before we do that, I'm going to clean this up first. I almost want to keep these right here, these equal highs. I mean, it only barely came up. And it seems that that's going to be a huge attractive draw and liquidity area right there. I think I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that because that to me is significant enough to make a difference. Yeah, I think keeping that there is definitely going to be worthwhile. Got a lot of equal highs coming across here. Came back up and down. We can see that this key level is marked at, so I'll get rid of these because I can mark out these Asian highs that are essentially the same thing. Get this cleaned up so I can really see what these. Man, those lows. All of this where this was coming down to is just liquidity, liquidity, liquidity. Okay, well, now that we've come and swept all that liquidity, um, wow, came down to that level again. That's pretty key looking level right there. Man, all these key levels that got swept. New York never did quite get down to London, so I think that's going to be another attractive draw on liquidity right there. I don't know what the market wants to do here, but we'll we'll work it out somehow, I suppose. All right, time to get these things marked out. All right. Now let's take a look at the 4 hour real quick. Okay, absolutely, definitely a downtrend. So we could be pressing, looks like we're pressing toward London highs. All right, so that could be where our sweep is. I would say London, maybe Asia, and then we'll keep heading down. So we're going to let that happen, and then we'll keep an eye out for shorts. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's go to the 1 hour, see if we have any potential liquidity draws here we can look at. Yeah, actually above Asia. Got a pretty good looking one here above Asia. That's going to be a strong pull with some equal highs right there. And we have this line right across here. So, you know, right up in here, all of this is an area of support and resistance right here. Okay, we got that gap not filled. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to take some time to see how this unfolds. Okay, back to the 15-minute there. Oh well, okay. Let's look at this real quick. I want to take another look here. Another strong draw on liquidity there. Happens to be same at the hourly, so okay. Tap that area of liquidity as well. Oh yeah, I see it here too. Both of those. Well, we got all kinds of stuff here, don't we? Got one here too. Okay. We just need to keep things simple here. So immediately it came in, held that gap, taking out liquidity. Okay, that's making sense now. That's kind of predictable now. I get it. Test the gap. I wonder if it's worthwhile to get a scalp here. Mm, gotta wait for a pullback. There's no real good, not a good entry right now with a loss, other than just taking a point or something. But oh, wait a minute, I gotta do this too. I forgot. I need to change my broker. There we go. We'll want to see it come down into this gap and respect. And then if that gives us something, yeah, this looks good. Good. Let it come down a little. All right, I'm going to take a micro right there. I'll watch it. Kind of dangerous to dawdle there, but I'm thinking if we're talking liquidity sweep, we're gonna go for Asia. They're not gonna mess around and leave Asia right there before dumping. We got equal highs. It's gonna go up and test them. I might even add here if we break. We tested the gap a little. If we close higher on this, I'll take another. I'm gonna take another. Target is Asia highs. Could be a fake out, but we'll see. I've got a good stop now. It's just going to be a quick scalp, if there's such a thing as a quick scalp. Just scalping up to Asia highs. And then we'll calculate our move down. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get out there. We're not quite at Asia highs. I know we're going to get there, but sometimes it likes to goof when it gets real close. So I'm just going to pop out and take a nice scalp on that. That was a good scalp for a couple $100, maybe just shy of 300. I don't know. Let's take a look here. About 250. Okay, not bad. I've seen this happen a million times now where it gets just close to pressing and then it wants to drop. Excuse me, wants to drop. It's either a fake out where it pulls back further before finally taking it, or and I just don't want to mess around with that move. So took profit at the right time. We got an ever so tiny fair value gap. Actually, we do have one in the 2 minute. If you look at a 2 minute, then this would be it right here. There's a gap right here, ever so slight, that it's going to come down to. Yeah, see, this is all designed to freak out these people that we're targeting here and stop them out. I guarantee it, because their stop would be right here. It would not surprise me one bit if it tagged that number, that area. Of course. Look at that. Doesn't quite break structure. Yep, that's acting as support right now. I don't know. Would I want to play with that? Take that micro? Yeah, I think I wanna. Because I know this is manipulation. I mean, why does it stop that far, that short? You know what I mean? Let's look at the 15 minute, see what we got. Okay, so we swept liquidity here. We didn't quite get this liquidity, but you know, there's all of these standing orders here. So, all right, I get it, but I still think if this is the manipulation it's supposed to be, it should take all this up here, which would be good. Because then, especially if this candle closes, actually, I'd like to see this candle close without touching. So give it another 7, 8 minutes, because then that'll give us a real nice 15-minute fair value gap to work with. And we will be able to have some equal play right here where it tapped up into this 15 value gap, came back down, and then passed back up. So yeah, we're looking good. I'm leaving this. I'm leaving it alone because I think we did all right on our scalp on the way up. But this is an additional manipulation, in my opinion. Yeah, and we have no fair value gaps to play with there. So this could just be a retracement. Let's take a look here. We're just playing right now because there's nothing to work with at the moment. Not quite down to equilibrium. All right, this is cool. We're gonna close this out. If we close this out above London, then we're still looking at wanting to take out Asia. All right, closed above London. We might get another little dip just to hit equilibrium and then try to come back up and take Asia. Asia highs and equal highs up here. Well, hang on. I'm conflating the two. I got to be careful. Asia highs, and then we have other highs up here. But I mean, we've still got some targets. And we've got a 15-minute that we're not closing above here. Just really weak. So this is really, really still strong to the sell side. But I'm almost positive that they're going to want to take this liquidity. So there's an opportunity to take advantage of something there. I'm going to be taking a chance on this because we got a break of structure happening here. It did break up, so this is good. Might miss the move here. No, we'll wait. Wait for this candle to close above all of that, and then I think we're going to go up and take Asia highs again. I'll put 1 micro on it. Okay, we're good. Oh, all right, yeah, let the dip come down. I'll get in sooner. All right, I'm going to get in now. I'm going to keep a really, really tight stop on this because, again, this is just a scalp getting back up to Asia highs. Just speculating that they've been messing around and creating liquidity, and I think now they're ready to get back up. Even worst case scenarios, they're going to get up and try to breach this value gap. And if the value gap breaches, I'll actually add. If they inverse this gap, I mean, I am shooting this a little early, so I got to be careful here. But if they get this gap, matter of fact, I might even get out break even on this just to, because I can always get back in. This is just the quick scalping. I mean, I have a good idea where I would like it to go, where I think it's going to go, but I'm also going to take very, very little risk on this. Okay, I'm out. I can always get back in. They tested this gap and it's not happening. So that was, you know, did I get him break even? I think I lost a little on that. Yeah, maybe $10. Okay. Might try to get back in on this. We'll let this close out. If we get the break of structure back to the upside, I don't know. It might happen so quick though. That's the problem. I really want to get back in here. I just can't imagine them not going up to take Asia highs when they got so close in the first place. Just take out that liquidity that's sitting up there. No, maybe not. I don't know. Let's take a look at the 5 minute, see what that says. I mean, we're still bullish on the 5 minute. We're bullish on the 15 minute. Makes me think they still want to take those Asia highs. Just got to find an entry point so I can get a good scalp. This actually might be a good one here, though. This might be good. I think I like this. Yeah, I'm going to get back in. I'm going to get back in. I like this. Again, this is just a speculative scalp. I'm just playing around here to. We have some decent support there at London. I can take a chance here. Just running a super tight stop on this. Okay. All right, I'm out again. It's tagging again. I'm just playing with house money right now. Just seeing. Oh, nice tag. Oh, telling you. That's twice that it's tried to get that value gap. Actually, in both directions, it looks like it's bound in between. All right, we're gonna wait to see what happens here. If it inverses this candle, then we're toast. Or we're not toast. It's just it's the. I don't think we're going to be looking at retesting these highs again and taking liquidity there. I think that if that happens, liquidity sweep is probably done, and I took my stab and it didn't work. So we'll see where this candle closes. All right, we might have a shot again. We do not have a break of structure yet. All right, I'm taking the trade because I've got the lows right there. So I'm taking this again. I'm thinking it could break down, but something tells me that this isn't quite ready to give up that. I think it's a manipulation. I think it's a manipulation. I think it's time to take out those highs. I'm going to leave the 1 micro because if this goes where I think it goes, it'll be a good take. It'll be a good spike all on its own. This should keep surging up. Okay, if we break above, we're in good shape. Okay. And if we inverse this gap, then we're in really good shape. Yeah, we're looking better and better all the time. Testing the gap, but it's not finishing. So if this does not finish outside the gap, if it does not inverse the gap, I'll get out. Okay, I'm going to get out right there. Um, good move. Let's see here. I don't really have a good entry there. Do I want to get back in? That's the question. Maybe if we inverse that gap, but we touched the gap, we did not inverse it. So that tells me that we're kind of range bound right here while it figures out what's going on. So, with a micro, I can take a little bit of a scalp. I'm just kind of playing around with scalps right now, really being careful with my stops. Okay, if this closes out, I might be able to get back in again. We'll see. God, this just looks like it's range bound, man. I just don't know. Yeah, we're range bound. Look at this. Inverse this. We got a tiny, tiny gap right here. We'll see if this gap holds. We might be pushing higher. I mean, we're just playing around with scalps right now. There's nothing significant going on here. Just trying to decide if it's going to manipulate those Asia highs again or if it's just going to fully dump. We have a 1 minute gap here. We have a 1 minute gap here, and they're both looking like they're getting respected. And it looks like this gap got respected. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to get in because I got a pretty good look at a loss, where the loss would be, but I think we might go now. I think we could go now. We respected that gap. It's a tiny one, but if you're thinking like a market maker, you want that liquidity up top before you hit lower. And we're in the first 45 minutes, so that'd be a great place to grab liquidity before taking a dump. Again, if we do not close this gap on this candle, then I'm out. Okay, again, we did not close, so I'm out. It's another, I don't know, 40 bucks. We're just grinding. It wants that liquidity, but I just... Okay, this is actually not a bad sign. This is pretty good. If we can close that gap, inverse that gap, then we're in really good shape. I might get back in if this breaches. Okay, NASDAQ took Asia. I'm sorry, S&P took Asia. NASDAQ has yet to do that, which means now we've got a nice SMT going on, a bearish SMT. So we'll have to see how this plays out. Still not inversing that gap. Still not inversing that gap. It should move up with force here at some point. Okay, it's playing with the gap, but it hasn't quite gotten there. Okay, I'm in. I think it's going now. This is just a small, really tiny. This is just a scalp to take Asia. There we go. Just another few ducats to add to the buckets. Come on. I'll play break even on this if I need to. Can always get back in. All right, now I can add. Adding another micro on this. Again, it's just for a little scalp. We inverse the gap. Oh, oh, that one hurts. Let's see. It might be playing with me. I might be giving everything back here. Shoot. Is it faking everyone out again? How does it not want to take those highs? Do I want to add one more time? I don't know if I want to take a chance on that. I'm going to, though. Yeah. All right. I think we're okay. I think it was trying to freak out a lot of people and take some money. I can tell you if it gets up close to my original high spot, I'm going to get out because this is just way too much risk right now. Not where I want to be risk wise. I know they're pushing up toward Asia highs, but it's a nerve wracking kind of thing. And tell you the truth, I don't know that it's worth this little amount of money that I'm going to pull out of this. Come on, there we go. All right, I'm out. It barely touched it. Yeah, sheesh. Took about 110 bucks out of that. Not worth it. Not worth it. I mean, I've got a good trade, but that's some aggravating scalping right there. And even then, it didn't fully take out Asia. It's just teasing it. So it's probably going to pop it at some point, but I'm not playing that game anymore. We're too close to, oops, got a little dribble on me there. Like this will pull back and we might make one more stab on it, but I mean, really, can we? I don't know. You know, you got those other equal other highs from end of New York session into from close of session between New York to Asia start. So there's some resting orders sitting there, but you know, are you going to take them? It's a hell of a game to play. It's dawdling. It's right now it's sort of chopping in an upward trend. It's just trying to shake people out. All right, let's start focusing on the 15 minute. Um, we've only got a few seconds left on that one, so we're gonna have ourselves a really nice fair value gap right here. Oops, that one's actually right here. There we go. Okay, now we should be looking at some hard selling. Whoops, I want to keep that in the 15 minute. I want this one. See what the 5 minute looks like. I don't see any gaps. But we could get a break of structure down here, which would be helpful. What do we got here? We tagged it. We could get something here. Like right here, if we get this little 1 minute break of structure, we might have another scalp opportunity. I'm going to draw it just because this is one of those days where it might be a scalp day. I could take a micro and scalp from there down to probably down to here. I think would be my target, which would be right at that gap. Yeah, look at that. Oh. We already had one little tag into that 15-minute gap. Didn't really do much. Wow, we have got some effing chop. All right. It is Chop City. This is a sit back and chill, super sit back and chill moment. We actually have two 15-minute gaps here. Not to make my drawings too crazy, but I just want to show some things over here. So right here, we've got another 15-minute gap. And then if we go to the fib, which is right here, oh, look at that. And actually, if I take this here instead, whoops, if I take this here instead, yeah. Anyway, yeah, we got that same gap here. Came down into the gap and went right back up. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw that. Didn't see that at open, but then again, I was still technically I was still waking up, guys. Technically, yeah. Look at this nice little block. Open, spill as soon as it breaks, man. Fucking skylights, brother. Oh, wow. And look where it came down and touched. I'm just noticing this now too. We have ourselves a nice little gap here, and look where it stopped. Unbelievable. Wow. That is crazy. Oh, God, if I'd have seen that at open, man. Take a long right up to Asia. That'd be a good freaking move, brother. Hmm, that's possible. Hey, hey, hey. I don't know. If anything, it would be on the upper portion of this because I think we had so much going on in here. Well, it could come into here. All right, so we're just going to have to wait for it to drop into here, into this level, and then see if it inverses or if it decides to work an inside to outside and then go higher. Which, given that my bias is bearish today, is that on the 1 hour? Yeah, it is. Still got 36 minutes left on it. Well, looks like we're headed back up. All right. Maybe we do want to take out Asia highs. I'm done scalping though. I'm not fucking around with that. There's just no way. Finally pushed past though. That's interesting. All right. I'm intrigued. I want to see what that price action looked like. Yeah, look at that, boys and girls. I guess there was another opportunity to come up, but where would that entry have been? Come on, take it. There you go. Jeez. Being stupid. What, now you taking off? There we go. Whoa, pushing higher. Nope. Shake! We're dropping now. Time to go. Time to go home. Gee, where have we seen this formation happening before? Maybe right fucking here? See here? Sharp move up, doge, sharp move down. Into what looked like about equilibrium. Right? Let's take a look. Let's play a little. Let's play a That come down into equilibrium? Whoops. Come on now. Look at that. See where that halfway mark is? Right down into equilibrium. Alrighty. Equal candle coming down. You know what? I might just sell here. Am I gonna? I'll wait for it to pop up. I want that sucker to pop up. Kind of some support. It's going to mess with you, I'm telling you. Yep. Okay, I'm taking a short. I got a really tight stop here, so. Yeah, come on, don't do this to me. All right, damn it. I'm out. That's where I really wanted it to be anyway. All right, this could just be popping higher. I thought it was going to be my tower, but not going to be. So we are pushing. We're pushing higher. Tried to fight the trend. Thought we were going to have a psych out liquidity sweep. Didn't work. Okay, I'm taking another sell here. This is just an instinctive play. There's nothing, no real logic here. I've got a tight stop on it too, but I think this is a dump. Yep, hard dump. I'm out. $100. If we close, I'll take another sell. That was too close to call. It's going to come back up, I think, before it comes down. It's really playing around with liquidity right now. Really chopping around. Okay, I like this. Good. Now we won't have a fair value gap headed back up. This is good. Good. That should be resistance right there. I don't think there's any more liquidity to be had. I don't know. There might be. I mean, who knows? But that is a break of structure to the downside. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to take another short right there. Keep a super tight stop on it. These are just crazy scalps, boys and girls. Just crazy scalps. Nope, not liking it. Not liking it. Come on. More liquidity, maybe? Come on, break of structure to the downside. You didn't hit the gap, but I know you're there. All right. That's more confirmation for me. We should be taking a dump right about now. Should be taking a dump. Can't believe I'm fricking scalping like crazy today. Instead of just taking a meaningful trade, which I'm not seeing yet. Let's see what this looks like on the 15-minute. Okay. Yeah, this is looking better. It's looking way better. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it. We inverse this gap and I should be able to add. Okay. Wait for it to pop up. And then adding. Just hang in there. This should dump out. I know I'm fighting the trend here, but I wonder if I should add. No, this is dangerous right here. I think I might get stopped out. If I get to break even, I might get out and wait. Oh, okay, I'm out. This is clearly going back up. Nice move. Fuck. I had it too. I had the scalp and I held on to it. I thought it was making its dump right then. All right, well, that one cost me. It's what happens when you're fighting the trend, but getting back up through those highs again. Problem is we don't have anything significant to move through without it just being a blazer of a move, at least on the 15-minute, which means I'd have to find something on the 5-minute to take. And there really isn't anything, man. Where am I at right now? Damn it. Gave back quite a bit. All right, we got to wait and see how these 15-minute candles finish because okay, so we actually did inverse that gap finally. We have this tiny candle here fucking up this gap, but we do have another one here. All right. I mean, it could be a target. Well, definitely a bearish SMT happening. So maybe let's move down to the 1 minute and see if we got an opportunity. Yep, sure do. Wait for this to pop up. Want a little more confirmation here. All right, I'm getting in. One micro, just looking for a scalp. Shit. We inverse the gap. This should dump. Oh, we got another gap we're playing with. Gotcha. Okay, so we got the gap and we got Asia highs. So I formed a gap. That was silly. Should have waited for it to test the gap. I mean, I think it's going to dump, but it's goofing. It's goofing, man. Shit. Might have to bail. Yep, I'm going to have to bail. Well, let's see. It tested the gap once. It'll test it again. I know we're in an uptrend, but we got to have more of a retrace. It's got to happen somewhere. All right. Damn it. Inverse that gap. Well, that was another bad one. Fuck. All right. I might just be done for the day. I mean, I'm up a couple $100. It's a valid day. This is just chopping around. It's just not doing anything. Okay, we definitely have a bearish SMT forming, so there's that. I guess I just got to wait for something while it dances around here. We got 3 minutes left on this candle. Maybe S&P makes a move. Is it still doing a liquidity sweep? Okay. I think we might be in a good sell position now. Yeah, I think we're looking good. Okay, I'm in. I can take one more stab here. And if this closes below, I might add. I mean, we're dancing right on it here. Yeah, we're starting to look more promising now. All right, now we're a lot better. I'm just going to leave the 1 micro. If it comes back up, I'll add near break even, but I think this is our reversal right here. We have a gap down here we can inverse. And if we inverse that gap, we're dumping. We touched the gap, but we didn't inverse it, so. All right, we'll see if this comes up or goes down. All right, I'm going to get out here, and I'm going to wait for another entry. I'll wait till we actually inverse that gap. This might even test the gap above it. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I think I got back a little bit on that. Pathetic. I'm floating around the same profit. Just a lot of trades. The more I'm trading, the more chance I have of blowing what I've got for now. Not blowing the account. I'm not going to allow that to happen today. But let's see if the 5 minutes giving me anything to look at here. I mean, I literally got nothing to look at. We got no gaps. We do have a break of structure here on the 5 minute. I mean, this is ripe for the reversal. It's just really, really, really taking its time. Okay, I think we have a good sell here. I'm going to go ahead and take the short here. Anticipating, this is a complete anticipation move, anticipating we're going to inverse this little 1 minute value gap. And if we do, then target is going to be down into the 15-minute gap. Okay, did not inverse the gap. I'm going to get out with a little bit of profit. I'm going to wait for this to bounce back. I'm going to wait for it to actual dump past it. Okay, back in, because I think we're going to go hard dump now. If it comes back above the gap, I'm out. But I think now we're doing hard dump. Yeah, we're definitely going to get down and test that gap. If this finishes up in the value gap, I'll get out. Wow. Unbelievable. Huh. Doesn't even want any part of that. All right, let's see that this gap gets respected. Then we can get back in. There's just no big moves. It's all slow go today. Can't believe this 1 minute gap is holding. Like, I seriously don't know if there's any other gaps there that I'm missing. But am I missing another gap somewhere? Not really a gap there. I don't think there's anything on the 15-minute. Wow, that's just crazy. What am I missing? What am I missing? Oh, we got a gap right here. That's where it's been playing around. Yeah, but see, that got filled. Oh, there's something going on there. Okay, I'm going to take another short. Another stab at it. Trying to get into this gap here. Trying to get into this gap. Oh, man. Come on. All right, I'm getting out. I'll wait. I'll get back in. We did close below the gap, but we're making a move here, so I'm waiting. This might close blue, and if it does, that's okay. Why aren't we touching that gap though? That's the thing. I wonder if S&P is holding out on them here. Okay, and let that come up a little. Come on, a little bit more. I want you to tag that mark there. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. All right, I'm in for a short. Scalping again. Try again to get into that gap. Come on, man. Two dojis, both looking like a serious dumpster. All right, I'm out again. Damn. I got a little profit. This is just a pain in my ass, is what it is. All right, I'm in again. I'm like scalping $20, $30 at a time. This is ridiculous. Somewhere along the line, this thing's just got to tank out. There we go. All right, I'm going to take profit there because that's the edge of the gap. And then we'll see if we get something coming. Okay, we had a little more going in there. All right, now we got to see what happens. Is this an inside to outside? Because we were bearish today, but now order flow is looking bullish on the 15-minute. So what are we doing? What are we doing? That would have been a good one to take 3 micros and make some profit, go to break even. Ooh, we got a double gap here. Am I seeing in the double? Like we got all kinds of additional gap right in here. All right, I'm riding this wave. Probably dangerous to do so, but it's a pretty violent move. Oh man, seriously? Shit. All right, I'm buying. Going long, I'm actually going to take two because I want to take one off. Got some profit and go to break even. Oh, man. No, I don't think I'm playing a good game right now. We have that value gap that man. It inversed that gap. I'm out. Damn it. I think I'm under now. I am. Fuck. I judged that one wrong. What's market trying to do here? I think we have to wait. I think we have to wait. Ultimately, I think we're sell side. So I hate keep being wrong, but I think we target daily lows in this gap as our target. I think that's where we got to go. And unfortunately, I don't have a good exit. I'm going to get out now. I can always get back in. I think we might have this popping back up here real quick before we do anything more. All right, I'm going to get back in. I'm going to get another one here too. Okay, I'm going to get another one right here. All right, do or die, do or die, and then we just got to be done for the day. This is going on too long, and this is um, just not managing things well. So I got the right ideas, but I'm playing too choppy with it. So we'll let it come down into this gap. Yeah, we're touching some liquidity, but we're not. I'm gonna add again, adding it again. This way, when we get to our target, I can take some off and then ride the rest. When we get to target, I'll take off two, run to break even, and leave one as a runner. There we go. All right, taking off two, and we will move our stop to break even. All right, and then we just let that run. But that's pretty much our trade, and now we're just going to let it go. Whatever happens, happens. I'll run a trailing stop on it, but we'll see if we can just let this bitch run all the way down to London. Yeah, that's actually good. Right above that gap. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, just going to hit my stop. And there we go. Okay. Good. That took care of everything. All right. I am fine with that. $400 on the day. Okay. All that work just for $400. Clearly, this is a more difficult day to be doing this kind of trading. I'm not reading it exactly, but I am green, so I'm going to take the W and call it good. That's, yeah, that's all I'm going to mess with right now. I know there's got to be more in the tank, but tell you the truth, I'm not fucking around with it. I've been back and forth on this, big pain in the ass. So not gonna mess around. I'm done. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Hopefully you've got some better luck yourselves. I mean, there's some really good moves here. Just needed to you know get a workout. There were just other confirmations I had to have before really thinking this was going to do what it was going to do. So anyway, that was that. Worked a bunch of scalps. Some worked, some didn't. Way too much trading today, but thankfully ended green, and all the trades were relatively thought out. So it's not like I was necessarily disappointed with them, other than they just didn't go the direction I had. And I began getting to a place where I began feeling like maybe I was doubting myself a little, but I had to hold strong to what I thought the number was going to do. So, and as you can see here, this is now starting to make its way down to London. So I'm sure that's where it's going to go. That's where the liquidity is. Jeez, it really makes me want to get back in. Man, where's that 15-minute gap? I don't know why I'm playing this game, but yeah. If I wait for a pullback, I can probably find something to go there with, but yeah, this thing's just gonna fly. I don't think there's anything holding it back right now. Nah, you know what? Sorry, ain't fucking with it. It's just not my jam right now. I'm good. If I'd have gotten in like, I don't know, up here and I had all this room to play with to let it do its thing, no, I'd let it play out, but there's just not enough. And right now I'm still dealing with micros, but we're pulling money. Hey, look, I pulled money. We're okay. So, all right, that's it for now, boys and girls. Best of luck with your trading as well, and hope you all make $1 million. I love you. God bless. Bye.